With all the content that's out right now, I feel like the live series collection cards get lost a little bit. I mean, I can't blame people. You got 95, 97, 99 overall cards day one. They're pretty easy to obtain. Why would you want to complete live series stuff? But man, there's still some really good live series cards that you can get. And I'm gonna show you the best ones in this video. Ones that are relatively cheap that just about everyone will be able to complete, or at least close to. And it still gives you a really good budget beast card that you can plug into your lineup. Starting out with the Boston Red Sox, we get this 87 overall Johnny Damon card. Stats-wise, I don't think he's that good. He's got solid contact, average power versus righties. He's about as average as it can get. But remember, for every live series collection, they are captain cards. This, of course, means he gets boost, and he has some of the best boosts that you could possibly get. All these cards are only going to work towards live series players for that respective team. So, for example, Tier 1, we need 5 live series Red Sox players, which is perfectly fine. You got 4 bench spots, and then you just gotta find a place on your lineup for 1 more Red Sox players. But his boost, once you get to tier 2 and 3, it affects contact both sides. More so contact versus righties. Batting clutch and speed. He definitely has one of the best captain boosts in the game. So it'd be pretty nice to have Rafael Devers with about 100 clutch, 100 contact, plus 15 speed, and this collection has no diamonds, super easy to complete. Few more AL East collections. This one will be a little bit more expensive, but it's Tampa Bay Rays. This will get you a new legend in 89 overall Carlos Pena. Reason being is he just has a shit ton of power. Contact's about as average as it can get, but he's got 113 power versus right, 99 power versus lefties. Not a platoon player, he's gonna play very well versus both sides. And it'll give you a chance to use a new legend. Thing about him though is even though he has his captain boost, there's really no live series Rays cards that are going to be good in your lineup. And they do have this 88 overall Shane McClanahan, which is going for about 12,000 stubs right now. So a little bit more on the expensive side, but you would still get a really good card nonetheless. And then the last AL East team I want to go over is the Toronto Blue Jays. It gives you Carlos Delgado, 88 overall. He was a new legend in last year's game. Stats-wise, he looks really good, especially versus right-handed pitching with the 101 contact, 97 power. At least serviceable versus lefties, but definitely much better versus right-handed pitching. Captain-wise, he's going to give you boost versus contact and power versus right-handed pitching, plus batting clutch. But what's really nice about this collection right now is the Blue Jays currently have no live series diamonds card. Vlad's their best one. Their golds are definitely going to be a little bit on the higher end, but they have a bunch of serviceable goals that you can get from this. Vlad will be good in your lineup. Alejandro Kirkwood, Danny Jansen, Dalton Varsho, George Springer, Bo Bichette, all really good cards. So I think you'll have no problem getting at least 8 live series cards in your lineup, 4 on the bench, a couple in your lineup. And if you get 11 in your lineup, you'll get plus 20 contact and power versus right-handed pitching, plus 15 batting clutch, plus 5 contact versus lefties. All of a sudden, you're going to have thick boy Vlad over here with about 100 contact and power versus right-handed pitching. Same with George Springer. He's going to be really nasty as well. But the reason I say Blue Jays right now, though, is because personally, it's ridiculous they have 0 live series diamonds right now. So this is a collection I would complete early on, because once we start getting these live roster updates, Vlad's a card that could go diamond. Alejandro Kirk, Alek Manoah, George Springer, Kevin Gausman, Danny Jansen, Bo Bichette, Dalton Varsho, all these guys, if they get hot in the first month of the season, they could see a diamond boost right away. So this is definitely one you're going to want to get done ASAP. Plus, between all the gold cards and the Carlos Delgado, you get some pretty solid cards. Moving on next is the Seattle Mariners. Gives you an 89 overall Ken Griffey Jr. day 1 of MLB The Show. Honestly, it's not the best card. 79 contact, 60 contact versus left with only 94 power versus right and 74 versus lefties. But Ken Griffey Jr. doesn't matter his stats. His swing makes him play 10 times better than he actually is. On top of that, the boost, power versus righties, batting clutch, fielding, and contact versus righties. I'm just picturing a card like Julio Rodriguez with that plus 20 power. He'll have about 100 power versus righties with 88 fielding and 98 speed. Really good. And on top of that, same as the Blue Jays, Mariners, team that could have a lot of card go diamond early on, especially if Andrew Munoz goes off, Luis Castillo's is ace. Damn, you get that 20 power boost to Cal Raleigh though, his contact's ass, but he'll have 114 power versus righties. Right now, this collection's pretty cheap. J-Rod's the only one you really gotta worry about. He's decently expensive, but in my opinion, it's worth it doing the long run. Moving on to the NL side of things, this one's gonna be super inexpensive, but the Marlins will give you 89 overall. New legend, Mike Lowell. Very average at just about everything, but the 71 and 83 contact, 72 versus righties. but 121 power versus left-handed pitching. I just think this card's going to be really good as a bench bat. On top of that, they only have 2 diamonds with St. DL contract 10k, and then you got the cover boy Jazz being 7.5. But after that, they got just about nothing. I also think it's hilarious though, because his power boost, if you get to tier 2, gives you plus 25 power versus left-handed pitching. We're talking about a freaking Gene Segura gold card having 90 power versus lefties. That's just hilarious. But if you want a really good card that's literally going to cost you maybe 3,000 stubs, it's the Nationals. It gives you a solid reward in 85 overall. Andre Dawson, stats don't look insane. He's pretty solid versus lefties with 79 contact, 82 power. He's got 88 fielding too, 85 arm, 78 speed. He's very balanced. And I always play really well with Andre Dawson cards. I think he's got a really good right-handed swing. Haven't used this card. Hopefully that continues this year though. And like I said, it's very inexpensive. Their best card, 79 overall Strauss, which is 330 stubs. This card probably will cost you 2.5, 3,000 stubs to complete. So there's really no loss in doing it, as I say this, with only 1,700 stubs. But if you can only complete one live series collection, you only got like 5,000 stubs to spend, but you want to get one live series collection done, it's the Cincinnati Reds. Why? The live series cards for this team are ass. It's gonna cost you next to nothing. 80 overall Hunter Green's their best card, not even 1,000 stubs. But the reward is 86 overall Rob Dibble. Rob Dibble cards always play really well. He only has a fastball, slider, and a cutter, but that's a pretty good 3-pitch mix. Only 88 hits per 9, but like I said, he's inexpensive, and on top of that, he of course is going to have outlier on the fastball. It's going to get up there. You combine the fastball with the slider, tunnel that a little bit. Rob Dibble cards are always some of the best relievers in the game. Gets like an 84 overall gold card every single year, and that's a budget beast. This card's going to be no different. Definitely going to pick this card up as soon as possible. He'll fit in just about everybody's rotation. A couple of other solid NL Central options as well. Got the Brewers, little bit biased. Huge Ryan Braun fan though, and he'd be a great bench bat for left-handed pitching with 101 contact, 110 power. Plus he's got some versatility. He can play the outfield, first or third base. You would need to get 89 overall Corbin Burns, which is about 20k, so a little bit more on the expensive end. But I mean, fuck it, I love Ryan Braun. Similar to the Reds and Nationals though, a card that's going to cost you absolutely nothing is the Poverty Pirates. I mean, this team fucking offered Brian Reynolds $70 million. But that's their only gold card. The rest are going to be a bunch of silvers. Once again, costing maybe 3,000 stubs to complete. Gets you 86 overall AJ Burnett. Not the best stats with only 76 hits per 9, but he's got a really good pitch repertoire. 5-pitch mix with the fastball, knuckle curve, sinker, changeup, and slider. Only thing that can make him better is if you added a cutter. He's still got 96 velo, 94 break. I mean, shit. I mean, he has a captain boost if you're a nut job and want to put a shit ton of live series pirate pitchers on your team. You're not going to win a lot of games if you do that. And then the last one that I think you should complete because it's inexpensive and you get a good card, it's the Arizona Diamondbacks. Once again, they have no diamonds, but Zach Allen is a card that could go diamond right away if he has a hot start to the year. Christian Walker too if he has a power surge again. You get 86 overall Luis Gonzalez. Very balanced card. He's got 97 power versus right-handed pitching. And I always like Luis Gonzalez swings. I think this card could play really well in any lineup. Dude, I love Captain Boost though. It's gonna make live series cards so worth it. You fill a team with Diamondbacks, you make a Diamondbacks theme team, all of a sudden you're getting like 35 power versus right-handed pitching on all of them. It's gonna make live series cards more valuable this year. So those are all the easy ones to complete, but there are 2 that I want to talk about just because I think they're worth it to do. They're just stupid expensive. One of them is the Texas Rangers. Super expensive because you got Jacob deGrom going for 120,000 stubs. I also think this Ian Kinsler card looks disgusting. 68, 74 contacts, 71 power, 93 power versus lefties, but he always used to have a really good swing. He's a new legend this year, so hopefully his swing is similar. He's also got 90 fielding, 82 speed, just very balanced all around. But similar to Johnny Damon, he has the best captain boost in the game hitter-wise. Tier 3 will give you 25 power versus lefties, 20 fielding, 15 contact versus lefties, and 15 speed. Guy like Adolis Garcia, all of a sudden, he's gonna have 90 plus power versus lefties. He's also gonna have 79 speed. Marcus Simeon's gonna have 95 speed with about 100 power versus lefties. It's gonna make a lot of these cards super valuable and useful. Corey Seager always has a great swing in the game. He'll have 110 power versus lefties and at least 55 speed. And then the next one I want to talk about is the San Diego Padres. Manny Machado is going for 60k, and you only get Jake PV out of it, which he's a good card. 87 hits per 9, really good pitch mix. Doesn't have any cool quirks, doesn't throw very hard. The reason I think you should get this card done as soon as possible is one, Yu Darvish, Hader, One Solo, Musgrove, Bogarts. Now, they have a ton of cards that could go diamond very soon, very similar to the Blue Jays. But let's remember, they also got this really good shortstop named Fernando Tatis. Dude's a stud. We don't know what his overall is. He's not free agents. He's not on the Padres set. Nothing. He's suspended for the first 20 games of the 2023 season. Usually when that happens, they take him out of the collection and put him as a free agent. So I don't know what the deal is with him not even being there. But when that suspension's up, he's going to go back into the set. Who knows what this overall is going to be? Could be a silver, could be a gold, could be a diamond, but there's a chance he could be really expensive. Before his suspension, he was a $150,000 card. So I just recommend completing this set before that suspension is up and he gets added to this collection. It'll just only make it more expensive. But those are all the live series collections that I think you should complete. Ones that are the best bang for your buck, that are decently cheap, but also give you a really good card. But just remember, there's a ton of content that gives you 95, 97, 99 overall cards, so you don't need to waste your stubs to get these done. You can always do it at your own pace. Be sure to like this video if it helped you out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for daily MLB The Show 23 content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.